Hi everyone, I'm sitting here today with Tara Simmons of Edmond, Oklahoma, and Tara has defied a lot of odds in her life. And next month she's going to be a graduate with her bachelor's degree in
Child development.
Child development. Thank you for being here, Tara. No so some of the odds that she's beaten, well, she was a foster child for many years after being abused by both parents, who are alcoholics, or at least were. And we know that out of the 12% of foster kids that do go to college, only 2% end up graduating. So you're really right up there among the very few foster kids that have made it through. So, I mean, tell me a little bit about that, how proud of you are and excited.
I'm very nervous, very nerve-wracking thing, because to me, I'm doing what everyone else does. Something I have to do versus what I choose to do, even though it is a choice, it makes no sense. Mm-hmm. But I've known that I needed to go to college, I needed to graduate. That was something that I had to do for myself. Nobody else can do that for you. Mm-hmm. And so I just pushed through, and graduating in December, I don't know how I feel. One minute it's like, oh, no big deal. The next minute I'm like, I'm here, it's happening, what am I gonna do? And I start freaking out.
Well, you know what you're gonna do though, because you had an internship of sorts. It was with Citizens Caring for Children. And tell me what that group does.
We provide clothes for children in foster care in 5 different counties, I believe, that need clothes for summer, spring, winter, fall seasons, and then back to school, as well as we get wish lists for Christmas and try to provide them with Christmas presents as well. It's a great program. I didn't know about it when I was in foster care, but I was many counties away. And I did my practicum there. I had no clue that they were going to hire me. I was nerve-wracked. I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know where I was going to do it, where I was going to start. And having the opportunity to work there now is just a blessing. Everything's just slowly falling into place. The hard work, the stress, it's excitement, relief. People will tell me they're proud of me, and I'm like, why? And then I'm like, well, look where I'm at. I'm graduating in a month. I will be a college graduate. It's shocking to me. I can't believe it's coming. I'm a procrastinator, and so as long as I procrastinate, it's not here, right?
It's coming, but you deserve it, and you should be proud of it. I think that maybe, you know, we talked about, you are a very positive person. You have a way of looking forward instead of focusing on what's happened to you in the past. Because if you decided to focus on everything that you've been through, you would be a depressed person all the time. You'd never be happy.
Yeah.
And so what is your hope to, for your future? You know, you're graduating with child development, and you want to help children who are in situations like you were?
Yes. I want to show them that there is hope, but they have to realize that a lot of that hope that they get has to come from within. They need to make the decision to change the past and look towards the future, because they made it through it. So they're strong enough to make it through what they've gone through, and just to let go of it. Let it build who they want to be, not who they're expected to be or what their parents were. Just to keep looking forward and give them that positive hope. If I can do it, you can do it.
You said something earlier. I asked you if you had not had this perseverance, this passion, if you had not decided to finish high school and college and defy the odds, where would you be, do you think?
I wouldn't be here, that's for sure. I would probably somewhere on the street, trying to make means. If I went with everything that I should be, I would be an alcoholic right now. But I made the decision really early not to become an alcoholic, not to let that get to me, to prove everyone wrong. And you have to make the decision to not do things, and you have to make it way before you're in that situation. Because if you wait, you're gonna there's the pressure.
You have to change this pattern of behavior that, maybe your mom and her mom before her, you know, and it just goes back generations. How have you done that? How have you decided, I'm not going to repeat these mistakes that my mom and dad made?
I've seen it, and I didn't want it for me. I've seen what it can do to families. I can see the depression. Alcohol does not fix problems. It sometimes enhances them and causes more problems. People make excuse after excuse after excuse. Stop making excuses. You have to change it. Yeah. Don't use the excuse, well, my parents did this to me, so that's how it's going to be. No, change it for yourself. Make yourself change. There's hope. There's lots of children out there that are physically abused, mentally abused, and it causes struggles within, but you have to get past those struggles and just keep going. You actually didn't let the cat out of the bag about your abuse until your sophomore year, really. You just sort of endured it, and then one day broke down, and your teacher found out, the police showed up, the DHS got involved, and you ended up in foster care. What would you say to another child who, maybe a younger child or someone, old enough to understand what's happening to them? You were afraid to leave your family. You didn't want to leave your family no matter what. But what would you say to that child that's in a similar situation? It's hard to say what to say. That makes sense, because I know I was in that situation, but you just need to do it. Because being in that situation, the more abuse you're under, the more issues deep down you're going to have, and you need to get out of those negative situations, because life will get better. It may not seem like it at the time, but it will. It'll turn around so fast, and you'll forget, not quite forget, but you'll be happier and so much healthier. It's a totally different feeling. It's hard to explain unless you've been there,
but you're a perfect example of that. Let me see your hand. She's getting married in June next year. She's graduating with her bachelor's degree next month, and you have a million things to be proud of. And I hope you end up doing what your heart desires and helping more kids like you, because you're a great person.
Thank you.
Best to you. Thanks for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.